Okay, good morning, all. So I'm going to introduce something to you today that's called the Feedback Response Journal. All right. It's been coming for quite a while. At least I've been thinking about it for quite a while. And so this is the idea. All right. This is going to be a place where you and I are going to, or you rather, are going to keep the feedback that I give you, or keep track of the feedback I give you, and then how you've responded to that. All right. And so our first go with that will be the theme learning check that we just recently did with Freedom Writers. Some of you, I've begun giving you feedback on that. Others of you will get feedback today, tomorrow, and the rest of the week. All right. My goal is to try to have all of that feedback, that initial feedback to you by the end of the week. All right. And so this is how it's basically set up. All right. And so in Google Classroom, I will give you feedback in either the margin comments, all right next to the document, or in the private comments. And this is what I mean by that. Okay. I'm just borrowing one of your peers' assignments here. There's no work on it. And so I'm not revealing his work or score or anything. I just want to show you what I'm talking about. All right. So when I say margin comments, all right, what I mean is when I do something like this and I come out here, all right, and I give you a comment, okay, um, I want you to copy and paste that, because oftentimes what I've done is I've given you direction for revision, all right, like this is what I need you to do based off of the success criteria that we have agreed upon, and so I give you specific things that I want you to revise or fix, okay. One thing, and I've mentioned this a number of times now, it is muy importante for you, for me, for us, all right, that you don't resolve any of the comments, all right, that I leave, because that erases it, okay? And so I want us to get in the habit of leaving these in the margin alone, okay, please, all right? So I will give you feedback there. I want you to copy and paste that, and I want you to put it into here, okay? The same thing with any private comments. So any and all private comments that I leave here, I want you to copy and paste that as well, okay? Um, Basically, guys, what I'm looking for is if any dialogue that occurs between you and me in terms of comments or feedback, I want you to copy and paste, ideally in chronological order, all right, in time order, in this space right here for whatever learning experience that we're focusing on, okay? So this is where what I said will be housed, okay? Over here, I want you to provide a brief summary in terms of what you did in response to this specific feedback, all right? So, for example, maybe I gave you feedback on revising the word you out of your theme statements, because that's one of the things that we try to avoid with a theme statement, all right? And so over here, it might say, please revise you out of your theme statement. Over here, right next to it, you're just going to put down, I revised you out of my theme statement by using we instead, okay? And so it's about the feedback and it's about the response, okay? And as I say up here in the overview, this is as much about my teaching as it is about your learning. And really what I'm trying to do with all this, and maybe I should have started here in the first place, is I want to see if my feedback is actually helping you learn, all right? And so I need you to collaborate with me, as with all things, all right, that I believe you and I need to do, to kind of learn about the teaching and learning process, all right? And so this will also become important at the end of the term when you offer up evidence in terms of the feedback response process in your grade selection. Okay, this is a shared responsibility. If I believe that my giving you feedback is important, then I have to give you feedback. All right. But if you find at the end it's like, Sai, you didn't give me any feedback, no wonder I didn't learn, then that gives us something to look back to. All right. But I think your responsibility too is to respond to that feedback, and it is here where we are going to try to capture that. All right. Um, will you get everything? Probably not. All right. If we're being honest here. All right. But I think I want you to really make an effort to try to capture all the feedback. And again, I want to see not only what I'm saying, but how I'm saying it. And most importantly, if what I'm saying is having any kind of impact on your learning at all. So I need you to work with me to gather this. All right. And so the first one is a theme learning check. All right. The next one will be your developing draft, the introduction that you're writing right now, the next developing draft, and then I have left spaces here, all right, for us to add more to this, okay? And so don't turn this in until the end, okay? I just want you to keep it, and I want you to continue to add to it. Hopefully this makes sense, all right? Reach out to me if you need some more help with this, okay? And I'm eager to collaborate with you guys on this and to learn about my teaching from the people I think who can teach me best, and that is you. All right. So hopefully you see it as that. Okay. Peace out, my friends.